Alright everyone, so I'm just going to show my saltwater tank here. I let my tank kind of sit dormant. It had everything running, the filters, the power heads, the overflow box, and the sump which I got down here. Everything was running for about 6 months, but I had nothing in here. I got rid of some of my fish because a couple of them started dying, so I got rid of the rest. I gave them to pet stores and friends. And I kind of just had my tank dormant for a while. But recently I did this is a 55-gallon tank with a 10-gallon sump, so it's a 65-gallon total. Now that being said, some of the water is displaced with live rock, so I probably got like 50 to 55 total gallons of water throughout these tanks. Within the last month I've done about a 75-gallon water change. I would do about 20 gallons at a time, so about a third of the tank at a time. And I'd spaced that out by a few days, and I did some water changes, got it real nice, and I still had hair algae. You can see my hair algae over here. This stuff used to be a lot more all over my tank, and I got rid of this by adding a good cleanup crew and this guy specifically. I was at the pet store, or a marine only fish shop, and this guy's a foxfish or foxface, I believe, of some type, golden spotted. Now, what I read online said they can get a little bigger, so if he ever gets too big, I'll have to get rid of him. Right now, he's about 3 inches, maybe. 2.5, 3 inches. But the guy at the store said these guys eat way more, 10 times more algae than tangs, and they were not lying. In 2 days, I've had this guy in here not that long. In a couple days, he's biting away and cleared up almost all the algae on my live rocks. It just looks amazing. And these plants here, you can see some algae on them. These used to be covered with algae completely. You couldn't even see the, they're just fake plants actually, but you couldn't even see the leaves, the blades of the leaves. They were just covered in algae. That guy bit it all off, so he's really great. Check out foxfaces, I believe they are, if you want to get rid of algae. The guy in the store said they're 10 times better than tangs, and he wasn't lying. But anyways, I'm just going to show my tank real quick here. I got the 10-gallon sump, and when I started doing my water changes, I noticed I was getting shocked by my tank. Literally. Every time I put my hand in the water, I was getting shocked. I couldn't get more than the tip of my finger in. Well, I started turning off everything and then turning on one thing at a time. And I found out what was shocking me was my old heater. Got to be very careful with heaters. These things can go bad. Now I'm going to talk about this one specifically a little more. But heaters don't always last forever. I always buy a pretty high quality one. As you can see, this was a pretty high quality one by Marineland. But if your heater goes bad and the temperature changes, your fish can all die. It can be due to your heater. So you always want to have a temperature gauge in your tank and always keep track of it, check on it regularly. But this one actually was shocking the water. The water throughout my tank was electrified. Luckily not that much. It didn't knock me out or push me back or anything, but I felt it. Every time I touched the water I got shocked. Well, this is a Marineland Stealth. And these were actually recalled. The Marineland Stealth Pro or something they're called. These were actually recalled for multiple problems. So if you have a Marineland Stealth and you haven't heard about the recall, I myself didn't hear about it for like a year past when it was actually happened. If you have one of these heaters, get it out of your tank. It's either going to go bad, the internal heating element's going to explode, which isn't going to like blow up your house, but it could break your tank, or at least just electrify your fish. I think what happened was mine cracked inside and it just started electrifying the fish. But anyways, I'm going to do a lot more saltwater stuff in the future. I'm just going to show my tank right now. Like I said, I got the sump. I'm going to be adding on a refugium to the side. There's just some boxes here. I'm going to take those out. I'm going to have a hang-on refugium on that side of my tank in the sump. So a little LED light I got to put over there, as well as the hang-on refugium, which is going to contain some algae. Right now there's just live rock down in there. In the main tank I got lots of live rock. I got a Condy Anemone. This is one of those purple tipped ones. I think they're like called Hawaiian purple tips or something. I got a green bubble tip anemone. My thermometer's just hanging on there because I'm monitoring the temp. But I got my temperature right around 75.5. Right now it's showing 75.2. Anywhere between 72 and 78 is good. Most people like the higher side. So I'm trying to keep it around 75.5. I got 2 tank raised I cannot never say that word right, but you guys know what I mean, the clownfish, 2 of those. I already showed you that guy. Gold spotted or something. I believe foxfish, pretty crazy. Got a lot of snails in here, some Mexican turbo snails and some other types. Then I got this really crazy guy. I don't know if we'll see him. He's called a tiger sand conch, and he's got really long mouth, like it's like an elephant's trunk, and it sticks out of him, and he can bite off algae and stuff. He's not doing it right now, he's just sitting there and not doing anything, but he's pretty cool when he's actually moving around. I have like 10 hermit crabs, different sizes, but they're all, you know, medium to small size. One over there. I have a red fire shrimp. He usually stays behind. Red fire shrimp like darker areas, so he stays behind the live rock. There's space back there, and the lights are in the middle of the tank, so it's darker back there, but he comes out and goes crazy when I throw in food. I've got these two guys. They're like some type of striped goby. They're hiding right now. I got them because they were pretty active and they're pretty cheap. They don't get that big, like 4 or 5 inches, and they're pretty skinny. But they usually sit there and stick their heads out. Sometimes they swim around. In the store they were really active, so I'm hoping they get more active. But there's one that was showing himself there. The other one's hiding in here somewhere. I've also got a jawfish and a pistol shrimp that they have a symbiotic relationship. They kind of help each other. The pistol shrimp can't really see, so the fish, there he is, that's his mouth, bad focus. The fish and the shrimp live together, and they dig a burrow and they kind of help each other out. I have a, I believe that's a pincushion or tuxedo urchin. Tuxedo urchin, I believe it's mostly called. It's just got some shells on it. They move stuff around them. Got a coral banded shrimp, but he's always hiding under this rock. And that might be it for now. I believe that's it. I've got the marine land LED lighting, which works great for my anemones. Some people use it for corals and it works okay too. I haven't used it for corals myself, but my anemones have been looking great. They're not looking like they're looking for extra light at all. They're all bushed out but not stretched out, which is good. Condy anemones usually clownfish won't host in, so I'm hoping that one or both of them host in this green tip. Here's this guy coming out more. Let's see. He moved a lot since we last looked at him. Oh, focus was good, then it went out. Come on, focus there. You can see his crazy eye and his crazy trunk there. See that? It's hard to see. He can stick that thing out of his body like an inch long, and he bites up algae and other stuff with it. You can see one of his crazy eyes there. His other one must be hiding. Yeah, back behind. He's got that crazy, like, feeding tube. It's pretty cool. So anyways, just a little overview of my tank, and we'll see you guys soon.